Heavenly Father, Lord, I am but a humble servant, walking in line with my purpose for existing. Forgive me of those sins I might have committed knowingly and unknowingly. And as I start this day, grant me the promises and blessings to fulfill my essence. All these I ask for humbly by your grace. Amen. I want to say good morning. Good morning, everybody. From wherever you're listening right now, we want to say good morning. I hope you had a pleasant night rest. And whichever part of Africa you're listening from right now, we'll say, how was your night? And that's something that's customary to every part of Africa, I believe, especially when you wake up in the morning. What readily comes in mind is the custom, which while I was growing up, you need to say good morning to your parents, right? To your mom and to your dad. And we don't only just say hi, hi. No, we never say hi, especially from the tribe that I'm from. You would have to, we call something prostrate. That means you have to floor yourself on the ground to say good morning to your dad. And you go to your moms as well and you say good morning. And after saying that, they pray for you. And, sometimes the mothers, they tend to just, bring you around, hug you, and ask you how your night was. And you probably just nod your head. And that's why sometimes it becomes a cultural shock for people like me, especially when you get to a certain generation, or probably when you view a certain generation and that kind of custom, especially in the part of the world that I am, that kind of custom is not something that is readily introduced or reintroduced into that society. And one of the things that I also realize is that people that come from places where they have such cultures, they tend to want to blend in when they get to another part of the world, like having your child or your sibling, or not only that, people that you have guardianship over, to come in the morning and say good morning to you. And that's one of the things that I readily enforce in my family. I make sure that that good morning part about it, just like my dad taught me, and just like my mom made me be aware of such an important thing, especially when a child wakes up in the morning. So I really made sure that that custom is not forgotten in any way. And I really do appreciate that. One of the things I also notice is us wanting to shelve away from our reality, because my reality might just be different from your reality. And every time I wake up, the first thing I do, and like I was taught to do, was to always praise God for the gift of life, for bringing me into yet another day, because it's not by my doing. And most importantly, it's not guaranteed. So when you wake up in the morning and you realize that you're alive, you'd better be happy for that. You'd better be happy being alive and having to be there and having to be opportune, or being uh, found grateful, found to be that person that is worthy of waking up, because not everybody can wake up the next day. So every morning I wake up, I'm with smiles and I'm happy and I'm shaking my head. As age sets in, I tend to want to say, ooh, you want to wake up and you're like, ooh, yeah, I'm not as young as I look. Trust me, I'm not. But we still thank God for everything. This is Cradle Radio. My name is Akinloye. Well, Cradle Radio is a radio station that allows for um, everything Africa to be propagated to the world, as a case may be. I always say to anybody who cares to listen, Africa is not given that. It's not given enough media coverage in terms of what we do, how we do, and things that we do, which people will enjoy. I'll say I'm not being biased in any way. I'll say we're the most hospitable people in the world, because it's only in Africa that you as a stranger can walk into somebody's home. And when you get in there, that person might just say, "Come sleep in my bedroom." I've never seen that anywhere else in the world. Uh, that's right. And I'm not messing with you. That's the reality. You know, we're more in tune and we're more appreciative of our guests than any other place that I've been. In some places you go there and they go like, "Nope, you should have informed me you're coming." That's not in Africa. Well, I can't speak for now, but while growing up, that's not applicable. No, it wasn't. So, Cradle Radio is a radio station that allows you to hear the best coming out of Africa. And I said to some, a couple of weeks back, I said to someone, I said, "Listen, we got over 200 genres of music in Africa. I'm not talking about just one genre of music. We got over 200 genres of music. Now we have not just the popular one everybody is following right now. We've had music called, we still have it though. We still have music called Juju. We have Fuji. We have Sukus. We have Afrobeat. We have Afro beats as well. I was privileged to be interviewed by um, I call him a young man, but he's been in this world for quite a time now. He's much older than I am, very, but it's got a wealth of experience that backs that up as well, you know. And I'm talking about the one and only uh, Magnus, all right? So I would upload the interview that I had with him in my office downtown Kitchener, and we had a swell time. Hopefully next week we'll try to upload that, and you can see what we had at that particular evening when the interview was on. We had a real good time, a real good take-to-take. Yeah, no, Magnus, I've not forgotten you as well, right? Magnus de Groot. That's right. I told you I was going to tell you when I'm about airing it, so definitely I'll let you know when I'm about airing it on our YouTube page. And that's one of the reasons why I say, join in with the program. Subscribe to a YouTube channel, subscribe to an Instagram channel, subscribe to a Facebook channel. And that way you could be abreast of information and even entertainment as well, coming from this stable each and every day. Now, this is a live program. So if you're watching me right now, we're live, all right? We're live on Instagram. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube as well. So what I would implore you do, if you want to see us on Facebook, that's a live Facebook streaming. You got to just keep on that followership of yours, that subscription. It's not particularly a subscription, it's just a followership. So if you follow us, then we can have enough numbers to be able to go stream live on Facebook. We're already streaming live on other platforms, but not yet on Facebook. And another thing I realize is this particular awareness to song rights and all that. Listen, we're a licensed radio station, so we got rights to all the music that we use on this station. So it's not a fluke. It's 30 years in the making. So what we do on Feel Good Radio with Akinloye is this. We get you, read out headlines to you. Well, as simple as it sounds, it's not that simple, because the kind of coverage that really sells in terms of news reporting these days, it's bad news. And we don't do bad news. So we sieve out all the news articles that we can get and on a daily. And then we'll bring you the happy ones, the good ones, the inspirational ones, those ones that you hear in the morning and you feel like, yes, this is it. We're going to go get it. We got to go, listen to it. We got to go move towards it. We got to go make Africa proud. We got to go make things happen in a positive way. Hence, Feel Good Radio with Akinloye. Well, with all the explanation done, I'll do you a solid this morning. This is one of my favorite tracks I'm about playing you. And after that, we'll come back and we'll quickly review the first news item that I have for the day. This music I came across years back, really. And it was simply because of the fact that the singer happened to be well, once a broadcaster, you're always a broadcaster, right? So, this particular guy branched off being a radio head, and he went into being an artist and a singer, and he did good. I must say, he did really did good, and he evolved with time as well. And after that, I realized he was kind of closer to his custom as well. Customary thing to do when you're leaving home is to, tell your pops. When I mean pops, I mean your dad or your moms, and you tell them that you're leaving, and then they pray for you. Sometimes the old man, as we're gradually getting to be old men ourselves, old man will tell you, no, don't go there. That's not the best place to go to, because these people have had experience, from different works of life, and they would rather want you not to, fall in a ditch. They rather want to make you just, keep flying in a way that you won't be drawn back. And so it's quite a usual thing when your dad or your mom says, no, don't go that way, or don't go this way. And sometimes some children are stubborn. They just want to test the waters. And like I do tell my own kids too, wherever that I've learned from, I would rather want you gravitating towards the next level rather than starting from the beginning. And, it's just about evolution, it's evolving through life. Anyways, Pray For Me is a song done by Dari Art Alade alongside a Soweto Gospel Choir. The song is really deep. It's just not the rhythm. It's just not the sound. It's the message that it comes with. And most especially, it was done in Yoruba. And that's my language as well. So I'm more in tune with it. Have a listen. I'll be right back.
Woke up one Sunday morning, told my daddy I'm leaving home, going off to the city tomorrow, even though I don't know where to go. Daddy says, son, don't be a fool, 'cause life in the city is unbelievable. Could get broken, oh, you're just a little boy, and you may never find your way. And I say, I know I could get lost. I know I could get broken. Forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray I find my way. Oh, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray I find my way. Oh, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Hello, Daddy, how you doing? Hope Mama's doing okay. Been 4 years and 11 months now. How long it was true what you said to me. The life in the city is unbelievable. Had to struggle just to get by every day, and I could barely find my way. Ṣùgbọ́n mo mọ̀ pé mo lè ṣìnà. Mo rí pé ayé lè. Forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Oh, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Oh,
This is Cradle Radio. This is Cradle Radio. The home of all things Africa.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio. This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
The home of all things Africa.
Get too many things where they worry Chris man for head. You don't know if they're in the Chris, having a people. Yeah. If you gentle, they go say you don't start. If you laugh, they go say you don't start.
العالم الله قديه قلبي وروحي دابوا فيه العالم الله قديه قلبي وروحي دابوا فيه دل عيونه دوبوني والله من اللي بيا يعلم الله دل عيونه دوبوني والله والله ولفت فيه وخدتني بحور عينيه سلمت القلب ليه من غير ازاي وليه والله ولفت فيه وخدتني بحور عينيه سلمت القلب ليه من غير ازاي وليه دل عيونه دوبوني والله اللي بيا يعلم الله دل عيونه دوبوني والله اللي بيا يعلم الله هو الحب ايه غير نظرة من عينيه غير لمسة من ايديه غير قلب تخاف عليه هو الحب ايه غير نظرة من عينيه غير لمسة من ايديه غير قلب تخاف عليه دل عيونه دوبوني والله اللي بيا يعلم الله دل عيونه دوبوني والله اللي بيا يعلم الله والعالم الله قديه قلبي وروحي دابوا فيه العالم الله قديه قلبي وروحي دابوا فيه
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio. This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio. This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
The home of all things Africa.
العيون ذوبوني والله الله 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 مني بيا يا نام الله العيون ذوبوني والله الله 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 مني بيا يا نام الله
Well, back in the day, both on TV and on radio. On radio was even totally different because I would control, the booth by myself, right? Again, especially if I'm having an 8-hour shift as an announcer on radio, I control everything. But TV was different because on TV, when I was on TV, I had technicians doing everything for me, right? So how the camera was going to be placed, how the sound was going to sound, it was none of my business. I just got to present myself in that, and then people can, I just do me. Yeah, I don't even do my makeup back then. I just have to report myself to the makeup room, blah, 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 blah. But now, with everything being fused together, both the visual and the audio capabilities of, thankfully, of Cradle Radio, I'm doing everything at the set hour because my time zone is totally different from the African time zone. It's my love for my continent that makes me just, burn the candlelight. And I'm not complaining about it. I really do, really, really, really am glad to be the one doing it. I'm glad to be the one doing it. Now, the music you just heard is a music from a man called, I'll break it down this way. He's called Amir Diab, popularly known as Amel Abdul Bazet Abdulaziz Diab. He's an Egyptian singer, a composer, and obviously an actor as well. Well, he's established himself as a global acclaimed recording artist and an author, rather. And this is like a bundle of talent, man. When you say Egyptian music, definitely Amir Diab is that person representing real good. And not only just that, he's just it just shows the diversity of music, the diversity of things coming from that part of the world. So if you think what you're listening to as something that has a lot to do with just one side of Africa, no. And for people who care to know, Africa is not a country, as it was said by some people back in the day. Africa is a continent. It's got the northern side, it's got the western side, it's got the eastern side, and the southern side. All encompassing into being a one continent. And that's why it's Africa. So sometimes on Cradle Radio, you're going to be listening to so many things coming from those different points. And not only that, they got Central Africa as well, which is representing real good. Africa is talented, but we're not just only entertainers, in terms of academics, we're doing great as well in there. And so with Amir Diab, I'm going to Egypt this morning. So if you're in Egypt, a lot is going to happen in the coming days. And, first off, we deal with what is applicable right now. And I'll tell you the weather coming out of Cairo this morning. It's going to be a high of 18 degrees Celsius, precipitation is like 5% and humidity 43%. A wind that's going to be 18 kilometers per hour, top wind speed. Just a little bit windy, but not too windy, if you know what I mean. And that way you just get yourself prepared. It's a beautiful weather outside of Cairo this morning. And with our first news item is going to start from Egypt, where Egypt's president, now this is one thing that I really, really appreciate, especially when you go around and you look at all those things coming from that part of the world. People got balls in there. Now, this is matured radio, so, sometimes we slice and profanity and all that, just to be able to express ourselves. Now, look at this. Egypt's president will not attend the White House talks if they involve Trump's Gaza plan. Egypt's president will not attend the White House talks if they involve Trump's Gaza plan. Now, according to Egyptian security sources, the country's president, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, will not travel to the White House for discussions if the agenda involves U.S. President Donald Trump's proposal to move Palestinians out of Gaza. Now, Trump has packed the ire of a string of Arab nations with a suggestion that Gaza should be controlled by the U.S. and turned into a Riviera of the Middle East. He has urged Egypt and Jordan to take in Gaza's some 2 million residents and has warned it may halt aid if they refuse to do so. Egypt said Trump issued an open invitation to the country's president earlier this month, while the U.S. added that no dates for such a visit has been pinned down. Trump recently met with the King of Jordan, Abdullah bin al-Hussein, who rejected his suggestion to displace Gazans from the enclave. Meanwhile, the fate of a 10-year ceasefire between Israel and Hamas hangs in the balance after Israel insisted it would resume fighting if hostages held by the Palestinian militant group were not freed in the coming days. And I did tell you it's going to be bumpy this few days, all right? It's going to be bumpy. Yeah, what could we say? I just want to pray that we find the world as a whole finds a lasting solution to this, because this is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. And the sooner all parties concerned come together, just not only for the sake of the people of Gaza alone, for all the inhabitants of that area, so everybody can at least have peace. No bombshelling, no noise, no yelling, no hailing, no screaming, no uncertainty to whether you're going to wake up the next morning. And that's one of the things that I look at every time that I wake up. I'm like, thankfully, I'm in a place where I don't have to bother with that. Because if you've witnessed war before, I bet you would not want to wish it on anybody. Not that I've witnessed any before. Except riots back in the day, but every other thing in play, I would always say, let's just have peace. Let's give peace a chance in all our endeavors. Let's just do things that will make us feel much better within ourselves, right? Because at the end of the day, if war ensues there's war already between those two countries. If it does continue, there will be no victor, there will be no vanquished. That's just my feeling about it. So every other person that's coming to a round table to talk about it, let's just think twice, In a Riviera? No. This is Cradle Radio. My name is Akinloye. If you're just joining in, thank you so very much for being a part of this. And all you can be a part of this is really, really easy. All you got to do is go on www.cradleradio.com. And if you're on Cradle Radio, you would be listening to a music coming from that stable right now. And you'll probably be hearing my voice, and because it's live radio. Okay, so that's how it goes. So anyways, I'll give you this one. Now, this is coming from a young man that I just heard a song not too long ago, and it's called Fola, alongside Bella Schmuder. This is a brand new track, all right? This track might just have been like over 4 months, but I bet you're not listening to this like you listen to the big three in terms of Afrobeat. This guy is good. It's really good. Have a listen. I'll be right back.
Feels good to get it alright. Me on my way. And I'm not ready to bring you on my life. I'd guide me monole. But you matter more. Only láti gbọ́ ohun tí mo sọ, òwe láàrẹ̀ kí ni ká ti gbọ́, so wọ́n ní ibi mímọ́. Take away my pain, all my struggle, mi lẹ́lu mi when I get it go. I won't make you do me wonders. Don't matter, bro, kí n sọ pé wọ́n lọ bá. Give my take my free love dance. The time say, oh, the don't say, I go the on top. Only by your sake, oh, your mama say, oh, your mama. Oh, do you feel me? No, I don't try since yesterday. Still raining today. When they be like, who does start every day? At the end of the day, them they sing, they do not like his other. Since yesterday, still raining today. When they be like, who does start every day? At the end of the day, show me love. Aye, oh, Fenny Kitty, show me love. Oh, you look, come here. I'm not going anybody, I'm on the top. Oh, mommy, only love. You got me knocking at your door. I swear I no go stop. You got to open up. I do only your love. I just be call. I'll make you do me one life. The body baby, so we will love. You might tell my feel like that. The body baby, so we will love. Then tell me say, oh, the don't dance every day on top. Only by yourself, go. Oh, you mama say, oh, you mama. Oh, do you feel me? No, I don't try since yesterday. Still raining today. They be like, who does that every day? At the end of the day, they sing, they do not like his other. Since yesterday, still raining today. They be like, who does that every day? At the end of the day,
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio. The home of all things Africa.
I did for lately when you leave me overthinking everything wrong for what I feel. Or you saying I still crave you, but you did for it couldn't live. It's time for you to figure out, cause I know if you complain and I'm never gonna shout. Try to slide in your head, but you take a different route. And you say you're in love, but it's just a word of mouth. Oh, sick of the games, but my trouble is when we conversate, I'm tripping again. And if you relate, you just need to say, so I can get the worst part on my way. I'm sick of the games, but my trouble is when we conversate, I'm tripping again. But if you relate, say you would tell me, cause you know my. It's how the other day I was hoping to find shit. And I see you with another guy. You said a couple things, but I'm not reading the fine print. Cause I'm still hoping and believing the job gon' make go away for me and you. If you believe in no birds in my thoughts, inside your mind, I hope you know. You know, I did for lately when you leave me. Oh, I did for lately when you leave me. 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 Every day, when you say, I did for lately when you leave me. Everything more for you.
Every day, join us in Lloyd Cradle Radio.
Falala, make a de falala. Blessings upon my life till they see me for valala. Mama say make I listen to Jah, make I no reason to fall. Man I been living too fast, make I dey chill and relax. Life has been good to me, I do not take this with levity. Nothing is new to me, but lucky I'm grateful for everything. The good and the bad and the ugly, all of the joy and the suffering. And then it dawned on me, all that I seek is in front of me. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa kò sẹ́ni tó yé bí mo ṣe ṣe mi ò mọ̀. I just stay on my grind every day. I keep my eyes looking up. I should see, I give the glory to God. I should see, I give the glory to God. Isha Olúwa kò sẹ́ni tó yé bí mo ṣe ṣe mi o. I just stay on my grind every day. I keep my eyes looking up. I should see, I give the glory to God. I should see, I give the glory to God. One man food is another man poison. Leave me to make my own choices. Only see me with the people who love me. Love to the ones that have lost me. I came from nothing, made it to something. But every day I'm still working. Send me my money, pay me my money. Anything that's come back on me. 2024, I pray to God, make I no follow. Be motion love, be motion ball. Oluwa show me. Don't know tomorrow. Save me from sorrow. Nothing is ever enough. Isha Olúwa kò sẹ́ni tó yé bí mo ṣe ṣe mi, bí mo ṣe ṣe mi. I just stay on my grind every day. I keep my eyes looking, I keep my eyes looking up. I should see, I give the glory to God. I should see, I give the glory to God. Isha Olúwa kò sẹ́ni tó yé bí mo ṣe ṣe mi, bí mo ṣe ṣe mi. I just stay on my grind every day. I keep my eyes looking up. I should see, I give the glory to God. I give the glory to God. I should see, I give the glory to God.
Well, it's called Adidamola from self-titled album Adidamola, and this one he calls Isha Olúwa. A beautiful piece, a beautiful composition by this young man. And when I listen to this song each and every time, I never get tired of listening to this song. I must tell you that for sure. Never get tired of it. And while listening to it, I just want to immerse myself in the creativity that abounds in what this young man did, And when I listen, I just feel like this guy's got something up his sleeves. And with the kind of song that is churning out every day, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's got great composition behind him. And not only that, his catalog is piling up. It's piling up day in, day out. With that, we'll shelve into another part. We'll move our boat into another part of Africa. And from Egypt, we're gonna go to I really don't, on a regular, don't really like talking about places where there's displacement, where there's war, where there's this and that. But with this one, this seems like a feel good. So I'd rather talk about this, especially when religious leaders are coming around and having to, try to breach, the warring factions and, trying to get them all to just, conform with civilized living. And I would always applaud that any day, anytime. Anything that will stop war, anything that will stop discord, anything that will stop displacements, especially of civilians or of innocent people, children, and the likes. All right, go with this one. It says, Congolese church leaders meet Rwanda's backed rebels in the east in latest push for peace. I'll read that again. It's just didn't flow like the way I would like it to flow. Congolese church leaders meet Rwandan backed rebels in the east in latest push for peace. Now it sounds good. It sounds better that way. Now, this is coming out of Goma in Congo. Congo's largest church organizations met Wednesday with Rwandan-backed rebels in the country's east in the latest push for peace and dialogue after weeks-long fighting that saw the rebels seize the region's largest city of Goma. A joint delegation from the National Episcopal Conference of Congo, CENCO, and the Church of Christ in Congo, ECC, two of the largest church organizations in the country, arrived in Goma this morning. All right, yesterday morning. All right. So today's Thursday. I keep having a notion that today's Wednesday, but all right. Well, this a joint delegation from CENCO and ECC, two of the largest church organizations in the country, arrived in Goma on Wednesday and met with Cornel Nanga, who has emerged as the M23 rebels' political leader since he seized Goma in late January during a major escalation in their year-long fighting with Congolese forces. The meeting was an opportunity to seek an end to the war as soon as possible, and because they, like they say, this is reported, okay? So you just bear with me, because we remain convinced that the solution to this crisis is not military. Bishop Donatien Nshole, Secretary General of the CENCO, said after the meeting, all parties to the conflict must work also to restore infrastructural services in Goma, which served as a critical humanitarian hub, hosting many of the 6.5 million displaced by the conflict, said Bishop Nshole, supported by some 4,000 troops from neighboring Rwanda. According to the United Nations, the M23 rebels are the most prominent of more than 100 armed groups vying for control of Congo's mineral-rich east. This recent fighting in and around Goma has claimed at least 2,000 lives, according to the Congolese authorities. And I readily said this, I think it was months ago on cradleradio.com. And I said this, and I keep saying it each and every time. First thing I wanted to, I talked about that day was having to know of the mineral resources out of Congo. All right. So it's still there, actually. So whenever you handle your cell phones, all right, whenever you're handling it, you're buying a new iPhone, you're not buying all this stuff. The copper and cobalt, and so many other stuff, various resources that are found in the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, are used in the production of iPhones and related technology. Now, when I say related technology, you gotta look at your laptops, look at your iPads, look at your tabs. All right. Now, major components of those things come from DRC. Can you weigh it together, right? So when all those things come from there, if you've seen the image of DRC, you would but just look at it like people just gotta just come together and make sense. Because if you fighting over mineral resources, at the end of the day, somebody's gonna take you out for that same mineral resources that you taking people out from. And when you look at it from a holistic approach, it doesn't make sense. And I was told by a friend of mine that, one of the biggest places of gems and all that is in a place in Nice in France. And you find gems in there, and it's highly secured as well. I even watching the movie of recent. And what I readily thought in my mind is, what if people that have such wealth were I don't want to commit myself to saying the wrong thing now, but I'll say it in the best way that I can this morning. I know we're cutting short on time, so I'll just make it brief. What if everybody, everyone concerned, everybody that benefits, because when you going to buy ice, diamonds for your weddings and all that, those stuff don't even come from that part of the world that you bought it from. It comes from some part of the world that people don't even want you to know that it's coming from. So I'm not saying, the gemstones and stuff and Nice and that, highly secured gemstone headquarters of the world is from that zone, because I know you can mine it from all the places as well. But the richest ones, the ones that are big, and they kind of the bogus ones, those big, those huge ones, they come from this part of the world. What if we all come together and just say enough? Just enough is enough. And maybe someday we can all just, live in peace together and harmony. Well, you never know. You never know. Only God knows better. This is Cradle Radio, all right? If you're just joining us, this is what we do. You could be a part of this each and every time by joining our social media handles. And we are on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on where else? We're on YouTube, all right? Okay, we got to monetize that part as well. This is a huge corporation. So every other time you've seen us come on air, it takes a lot of resources. So the only way you can, partner or support us is, by subscribing to a YouTube channel and following us on Facebook as well. And where else are we? We're on Twitch as well. We're streaming live on Twitch as well as I speak. So we're on Twitch, we're on Instagram, we're on X. All right, formerly known as Twitter. We're on TikTok and all social media handles. We're on LinkedIn as well. So what we do is we bring you that fusion, that feel of Africa that probably you might not know. I really want to do a documentary on a particular genre of music. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet, but as soon as the documentary is out, I'll let you know. Probably partner with Netflix or Amazon on that one, and we'll see how it goes from there. My name is Akinloe, and we're still here. Still got time for one more news item, and by that time I'll come back with you. But before then, earlier on you heard the music of this guy called Taves. Now Taves is some guy that you guys got to look, just watch out for. And one of the things that we also do in Cradle Radio is upcoming artists. You can, submit your music file, and due to the fact that we're licensed to play all of this, I think you get royalties from the association that we're a part of. And that way you can get remunerated for the stuff that we use off of you. But besides that, if you know you're an upcoming artist and you don't have airplay from nowhere, I tell you something, I've been doing this for 30 years. And when I hear the sound of a hit song, I know what a hit is. So if your song is going to be a hit, I'd rather break it for you. And I'll make that a hit while playing it on Cradle Radio. So all you got to do is this, put your pen to paper. Send me an email on info@cradleradio.com, info@cradleradio.com. And with that, you could, we could talk about you releasing that, and we can also talk about you having to just have an appearance on Cradle Radio. This is a radio station. This is a live radio station. It's not recorded in any way. That's right. So if you're listening back and you're watching this back on Facebook, and I'll tell you about that on Facebook. With Facebook, I need a lot of following on that page of Cradle Radio. And that's the only way we can stream live on Facebook. But on all other portals, we're streaming live anyway. So, but I still want to tag that Facebook part and see how it goes from there. We're still here. Where was I? Fireboy. Okay, after Fireboy, what should I play? I'm in tune with playing something from the northern side of Nigeria, and I'll tell you why. And this lady is amazing. She was what would I call it? She was born and raised, I think, Kaduna or Kano. That's the northern part of Nigeria. And she lives in the U.S. now, and she sounds so good, so right. She sounds so on point. Her name is Lisa Yarrow, and she calls this one Mahogany.
Ayo, Lisa Yarrow, Hakane. Ayo, ne. Oh, darling, I love you for real. No, before your mula, Zanzama Tareka Kai. Hakane, a chicken rua, a chicken water,
Chemistry, chemistry. Strong past mahogany. Our chemistry. Strong past mahogany. Choco biscuit, copico sweet. My lover, my monami. Yummy, yummy. For my belly, at Balumo, my tangerine. Nobody and nothing can stop me from loving you. No, 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 no. I won't be loving if I am not loving you. Enemy see the most to sorrow. Do anything for us to break up. But they no go fit to stop us. Because all the what talk you say, it goes up, Darlina. Oh, Darlina. I love you for real. I love you for real. Oh, yeah. Santa Matare Dakai. A chicken a chicken rana, a chicken water, Sansa Matare Dakai. Chemistry, chemistry, strong past mahogany. Our chemistry, strong past mahogany. You be the chorus, I be the verse. You're the Gucci, I be Versace. We don't have to dress to match. Before people who go say we match. Baransa makuyaba, baransa makuyaba. I'll never disappoint you. Baransa makuyaba. Nobody and nothing can stop me from loving you. No, 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 no. I won't be loving if I am not loving you. Enemy see the most to sorrow. Do anything for us to break up. But they no go fit to stop us. Because all the what talk you say, it goes up, Darlina. Oh, Darlina. I love you for real. No, before your mula. Sansa Matare Dakai. A chicken rua. A chicken rua. A chicken water. Sansa Matare Dakai. Chemistry, chemistry. Strong past mahogany. Our chemistry is strong past mahogany. Ayo, Lisa Yaroro.
She's called Lisa Yarrow, Mahogany. That's what she calls that one. And what can I say? She sounds so right. You know, in my curiosity, I even went searching her up online, and she hot too. You know, when I mean she's hot, I mean she's beautiful. Okay, all right. And it just you gotta say it. You know that word alone says a lot. It means she's on point, really on point. This is Cradle Radio, people. And I still got a few minutes to just slicing this one in there. And let's quickly just round off with this one. And this goes this way. Just a quick one, all right? Now, Ghana, all right, Ghana are missing $156 million in state budgets after USAID freeze. I tell you, a lot of things going to unfold, man. I hear about, journalists and all this about this USAID as well. I've not really gotten to the nitty gritty of that one, so I wouldn't want to say anything until I do my research as a trained journalist. All right, so let's just quickly read through this one and we got it going. All right, says countries around the world are still reeling after the U.S. administration's brutal crackdown on its largest development and humanitarian aid agency, USAID. The loss of U.S. development aid has also been felt in Ghana. The country now lacks $156 million in its state budget. Ghana's president, John Mahama, has asked Finance Minister Cassiel Atofosun to find ways to close the gap in funding left behind by the freeze of the USAID programs, according to a statement from the presidential office. American development aid has been crucial for Ghana's health and agriculture sectors. USAID notably supported the creation of an advanced national surveillance system for HIV and sexually transmissible diseases and programs to make Ghanaians' agricultural firms more competitive in regional and international markets. You know what? What can I say? The news says everything for itself, right? There's a lot that's going to unfold. So lots gonna unfold in coming days. You just wait and see. And I would say with that, what can I say? I first off want to say thank you for allowing me to be in your homes, allowing me to be on your phones, allowing me to be on your probably desktop or tabs this day. It's been a pleasure doing this. We'll do same tomorrow. This is going to be a constant thing from Mondays through Fridays, and except public holidays, we'll probably take a halt on that day as well. But besides that, this is going to be constant from Mondays through Fridays in the morning hour. We want to wake you up into a good day, into a beautiful day that way. And hopefully that we can set the right tone for you as you're moving about in your individual endeavors for that day. And what else can I say? I'll say life is all about giving each and everybody a chance. If we do what is right, every other person can get home and be rest assured they're guaranteed another day's sustenance and not only survival, because survival happens to come from the Lord, from God Almighty. But we can make our own difference by just supporting one another. Be happy with somebody, make somebody happy, help somebody out this day. Help your friends, help your neighbors. So at the end of the day, we could all arrive at a spot where each and everyone can say, I've done my best. I'm happy with what I did, and at the end of the day, we can sleep well. My name is Akinloye, and don't forget, add us on your Facebook, and we're Cradle Radio on Facebook. We want to stream on Facebook like we're doing on all the platforms as well. And don't forget as well, you can add us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can, if you're subscribing to our YouTube channel, you can watch this as we speak right now. But for the next couple of days, I might have to just upload this on YouTube. It's been a pleasure doing this. I'll do same any time and a day. I was born for this. Definitely. All right. All right. I just want to say thank you so very much for being a part of this. And wherever you are this morning, just believe in yourself and be happy. All right. We'll talk tomorrow morning. Have yourself a wonderful one.
I day, you come in my way for party soon as you enter. Say Shante, you want to know me, the confidence, but my looker. You do me something when I carry you enter corner. Do you want me? Cause you know I want you more than now. So follow as you lead your feet, asking me, make I enter fire. And even if you cast to me, I know fit to live for fear if I die. When wahala come, oh baby, roll put down for my head, I got nobody knows how far I go for your love. La 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 la.